was such a big loss. It's a huge loss. It's like, and I was not expecting anything like this. So I guess that's what emergencies are, though. We have to be prepared because we're not expecting them.
Every Monday, Lorraine Dean says she comes to Covedale Elementary to raise awareness about her co-parent's death and to remind the district she still doesn't have answers. Her life changed forever a little more than 2 months ago when her co-parent to their 3 children, Dorian Adams, suffered a heart event during his normal school day.
He was just a big softie that loved the kids and gave them snacks.
Since 2006, all CPS schools are required to have an AED on site. Dean says a family member told her school employees didn't use an AED during his emergency because they didn't know how to use it. She says she's not been able to get a clear answer from the district on what life-saving efforts school employees may have tried while waiting for first responders.
The more I speak to people and I find out kind of what they feel that Dorian had that day, just a sudden cardiac arrest, and that would be a perfect scenario for a bystander to use an AED machine. He collapsed suddenly, was no pulse, you know. It makes me sad for my children because he's already missed our middle son's graduation. I know that they're going to have big events in their life and their dad's not going to be there.
When we took her concerns to district leaders, they sent us a statement with more details on the response, saying, quote, during the medical emergency at Covedale School in April 2023 involving Mr. Adams, 911 was contacted immediately and an AED was retrieved from the front of the school. As the AED was readied for use, EMS arrived and quickly took over emergency care and transported the employee to a nearby hospital. While the district's AED unit was not discharged, it was confirmed to be in good working order as it was tested following this incident. The district's deepest sympathies remain with Mr. Adams' family, students, colleagues, and friends, end quote. The district also sent us a statement on employee AED training, saying in part, quote, all CPS security team members, athletic coaches, and nurses participate in hands-on AED training, and the CPS Safe Schools program provides employees video training for general use of AEDs, end quote. As Dean and her children are coping with the unexpected grief, she just wants to make sure all school employees are prepared for any future medical emergencies.
And I just really want to get the message out that people need to be trained. You don't have to do it all day, just a couple of minutes until emergency arrives to take over. So I really want people to take it seriously, and especially our schools to really consider putting an AED multiple places in the building.
Dean says she's now advocating for continued AED training for both students and staff. For now, live at Covedale, Annie Brown, Local 12 News.
Danny, Dorian Adams students say he left a huge impact on them and Covedale Elementary. Lily Merck was one of his students for more than 4 years.
He was the most gentle, kind-hearted, sweet, caring, sympathetic person ever. He was that kind of person.
She says Adams was much more than a teacher. He was a mentor and friend.
You can always find our Local 12 stories right here on YouTube. Don't forget to tap subscribe, and then you can get all the notifications.